reason the Taiwanese want the U.S. and the West to support Ukraine, because they know if Ukraine wins, China won't invade Taiwan. There's a reason the Ukrainians want the U.S. and the West to support Israel, because they know if Iran wins, Russia wins, and they don't want that to happen. China, Russia, and Iran are bound together in an unholy alliance, and they're bound together in their hatred for freedom, for democracy, and for the United States of America. We can deal with it, but not by putting our heads in the sand, but by letting them know what we expect of them, by being strong. So we have the answers on what we need to do to get our country back on track. But we also need to acknowledge some hard truths. Republicans have lost the last 7 out of 8 popular votes for president. That's nothing to be proud of. We should want to win the majority of Americans. But the only way we're going to win the majority of Americans is if we have a new generational leader. We have to leave the negativity and the baggage behind and go forward with new solutions for the future. Another hard truth. I voted for President Trump twice. I was honored to serve America in his administration. But rightly or wrongly, chaos follows him. You know I'm right. Chaos follows him. And we can't have a country in disarray and a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos. We won't survive it. And when you look at what America is telling us, 70% of Americans have said they don't want to see another Trump-Biden rematch. The majority of Americans think that having 2 80-year-olds running for president is not what they want. You've got 2 people who spent trillions of dollars putting us in debt that our kids are never going to forgive us for. Biden and Trump both did that. Then you go and you look at the fact we've got all these issues around the country and around the world, and what are Biden and Trump both focused on? Investigations, past issues, things that aren't taking us forward. We can either have more of the same, or we can say it's time to change and move forward. I think our kids want that. I don't want my kids to grow up like this. You know, 6 months ago, I dropped my husband Michael off at 4 a.m. for another year-long deployment. And I watched him and 230 soldiers pick up their 2 duffel bags of belongings to go to a country they'd never been, all in the name of protecting America. They're willing to sacrifice their lives and their families because they still believe in this amazing experiment that is America. So if they're willing to sacrifice for us there, shouldn't we be willing to fight for America here? Because we have a country to save. But in order to do that, it's going to take a lot of courage. Courage from everyone in this room. Courage for me to run. And courage for every one of you to know. Don't complain about what happens in a general election if you don't play